Hey guys, Russ Lane, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro here. You know, I made the move to Phoenix Boats about a year and a half ago, and I want to spend some time with you and show you why I love this boat. You know, why don't we start here at the trailer? You know, this is really important in, you know, getting your boat to and from the lake. And first off is the swing away tongue, which is standard on all the trailers for all the models of, you know, Phoenixes. And that's a neat deal to make sure you have extra room in your garage. And also, this is a really neat deal. It's called the gator hide, and it's kind of similar to those truck bed liners that that you've seen before that they spray in. It's maybe a little bit harder, but it's a great surface on that trailer. You don't have any chipping or rusting issues or anything. It's real durable. That's a cool deal. Of course, we always got the spare tire here. Can get aluminum wheels. We got the diamond step plates here. But this right here is what is very unique and very special. We've got shocks on our trailers. And you know, if you've ever been towing another brand boat and they do what I say, you know, called fishtail behind your truck, kind of, you know, high speeds on the interstate, you know, you don't have that with this. It really stabilizes the trailer. You don't have all this porpoising and bouncing when you're going down rough roads. It's just a great idea, you know, for trailering these boats. And you know, that's a little bit about the trailer, but it's the best one on the market. Let's go over here to the boat now. You know, this is where it all starts, and Phoenix calls this their Diamond V hull design. And you know, you say, what does that mean to me and you? Well, what it means to me is what it does is this V hull goes way back to the back part of the hull, and it's, you know, they've really got it, you know, built in an efficient shape. And the reason I know that is because when I'm in choppy water, it really slices those waves and it really softens that ride. And the other thing that makes it special from other bass boats is the way that this hull design enables you to handle those tight turns, and like when you're running through narrow creeks and narrow rivers at high speeds and you're making these turns, you can really turn hard and hold that boat in those tight turns without any of that slipping or porpoising or any of that other stuff. It's a great hull design, efficient, and to me it's just really fun to drive. You know, Gary Klaus, he's the president at Phoenix Boats, and he's just like me and you. He's an avid tournament fisherman. He fishes the Bass Opens and PAA events, so he really pays attention to the little things that are gonna make me and you comfortable, as well as him, you know, on and off the water with these boats. And a cool deal is with that Diamond V hull design, it also allows the boat to sit very low in relation to the trailer. You know, see, I'm standing here and let's say I'm in my garage. I can actually work in my boat while standing up in my garage and not have to be in the boat. All right, now let's go up here where I spend most of my time, and this is the important time to me, is being up here on the deck at the trolling motor. One thing that they've got is this padded front deck. Man, I can really tell a difference after being on the water, especially in practice from daylight till dark. Tell a difference in my back and you know, my legs and just how I feel. Padded deck, it's a neat deal. Really makes you feel better after being on the water all day. All these things right here are little designs to help you be more comfortable while you're up here fishing all day long. And you know, they'll even work with you on how you want your electronics laid out. I've got my power pole switches up here. My hydrowave is mounted right here, and you know, they'll lay this stuff out where it's comfortable for you. And here's the storage compartment. They have these grooves molded inside of these boxes to fit like the Plano boxes and Flambeau boxes that I use. If you can see down in there, and they don't move around. It keeps them, you know, in place in rough water. Also, you've got these ridges right here to hold several. Not sure what size box that is. Maybe 3600 or something like that, but they fit in place there. And also I keep a little storage bin on each side. This side is for my hooks and that side is for my weights. Plenty of room to keep extra line in here. big crankbait boxes, you know, I like that. And we've even got a, they've even got a snake light in here for when you're working in the morning, low light conditions. And that's cool. And it hides right there, right out of the way when it's not in use. Also, we've got these two little foam things here, good for, you know, baits that you might have just used and don't want to put up yet, or baits you know you're going to use throughout the day. Also clips to hang things on. And also there's your measuring board, always close by but out of the way. Now let's go up here to the front compartment. And this is where you've probably heard them talk about the, they have what they call the Lazy Susan in here. You're actually able to spin this and with your tackle boxes. You can hold a whole bunch of this size boxes in here, and they stay in place, stay out of the way, but they're real easy to get to. And I keep 3 or 4 bags of extra plastics right there. And still got plenty of room if I wanted to put rain suits or life jackets or, you know, whatever else I need to in there. Plenty of room. You can put tons of rods in here. They've got the rod holders in place. I had them put them on both sides of mine, and I'm sure that you can too. Keep your running lights stored out of here so you always know, you know, where they are so you can get to them quick. Let's move down in the bottom of the boat now. And here's the cooler. It's very, very big. It'll probably hold 3 or 4 bags of ice. I've got 8 or 10 drinks in here. Got my energy drink, you know I need that. Keeps ice frozen all day long. And we've got 2 also little storage compartments here. You look at that and you say, oh, man, that's not that much storage, but shoot, yeah, it is. Pull that out and it's real deep in there. I'll throw some of the baits that I've used throughout the day in there, and I'll clean them up at the end of the day. You know, that's a whole compartment under there. Store lots of things. Let's move over to my team partner, my co-angler side, what I call it here. This is a cool feature. You can take it out, put it in. It's a rod rack for your co-angler or your team partner. They've got the buckle right here that'll hold his rods down. It'll hold, let's see, it'll hold 7 rods right there easily. And you know, used to I'd be going down the lake if I didn't have something like this, and my co-angler's rods would be all a tangled mess. Not anymore. And he's got it also. He's got a lot of storage right here that he's able to use. There's rod tubes in there and another rod rack. It'll hold probably 4 or 5 more rods in this compartment. Plus he can put some of his, you know, other odds and ends in there. You know, now we're here at the cockpit or the driver's wheel, and everything here is really neat and organized, and it's all in plain view. You know, I'm able to, you know, with this section spaced out right here, I'm able to run a Humminbird 998 with the side image in here, and also they designed this mount for me to raise it up and get it closer to my face, so I can run, you know, two units. And it doesn't, those, you know, running 2 units still doesn't take away from, you know, any of my gauges. Everything's real nice and clean. And also up under here, this is really cool to me, is they call this like the modular type console. Everything up under here is fiberglass and encased, and you don't have all these wires hanging out and things coming loose. And it's a good deal. Keeps everything dry, keeps moisture out of there. It's all nice and clean. All right, also a good deal here at the console. You know, I hook a fish and say it's on a crankbait. I got treble hooks and I'm pressed for time. I want to know where my pliers are. Well, I mean, right here, we've got these slots built in, hidden, out of the way. Always know where they're at. I'm able to grab my boomerang pliers, stick them back in there, get that fish unhooked, and get my bait back in the water. Also, we've also got this right here. You know, this looks just like it's, you know, just a drain, and it is a drain, but also it's a great place to keep your net. And right there, out of the way, easy to get to, and real easy to put back up too. And I mean, it looks like a bomb went off in there, but I'd keep all kind of, you know, odds and end things, my Cullen floats and sunscreens. I've even got my fire extinguisher in there. But another great storage compartment. Lots of storage. All right, now let's move to the back of the boat. Here, this is really important to me. We've got to keep these fish alive. We've got 44 gallons of live well space back here to let them swim around and take good care of them. In a year and a half now, I've never lost one fish that I've put in this Phoenix live well, so that's big for me. Keeping them fish alive is important, and also it's money. And let's go to the side storage. Really big storage here. All this is molded into into the hull. It's solid and in place and very, very dry. I've got all kind of stuff in here. A spinnerbait bag and ropes and extra life jackets and rain jackets. A lot of good roomy storage, and the important thing is it's very dry. Never see any moisture in there. All right, here's a really important feature that only a fisherman could have come up with. Let's say I'm in a tournament. I start on a place first thing in the morning, and I'm catching them all day long. So I never leave. I never crank up my engine, and I stay there all day long, running bilge pumps and depth finders. And it's time to go to weigh-in. I turn the key and nothing happens. I've wore my cranking battery out. What do? I don't have any jumper cables. Well, here's what we do. We've got what's called the e-start system. There's a button right here. You pull it down, you turn your switch, and it'll crank right up. And what it does is there's a solenoid back here in the back, and I'm going to go back here and show it to you, and it'll transfer the power line from and draw from a trolling motor battery instead of your cranking battery, and that'll get you back started on the water quick so you can make it back to weigh in. All right, now we're back here to the battery compartment. First off, right here, we've got this the charger cord right there, stored neatly out of the way, easy to get to, and you can always get to it very quickly. Just plug it in and go. Here is the e-start solenoid that I just told you about, and that's where that transfer happens from the cranking battery to the trolling motor batteries. Helps you get cranked and get back on the run. Everything neat, organized. Everything's clean back here. Got 4 batteries. We've got I'm running 2 power poles, and here are both the pumps for those poles. Neat, organized, out of the way. Everything is just laid out, just neat. I keep stressing that, and organized. You can really get the stuff if you need to work on it. Also, we've got this here. You can screw this out, and what it is to hold a spare prop in place. That thing is really strong. You tighten it down, and that prop will just stay there in the roughest water. Everything's laid out perfect back here, easy to get to. All right, now we're back here to the business end of the boat. I'm equipped with a Yamaha 250 SHO, strongest engine, definitely most reliable, on the market. And I've got it attached to an Atlas hydraulic jack plate by TH Marine. It too is by far the best jack plate on the market. There's no sloppy movement in it like there is with some other jack plates. You don't have to grease it. All you do is just take a little soap and water and clean these rods occasionally. Very smooth, very quick. This is where the power comes from. Pushes this boat loaded down. It's a 1,950 pound boat, 21 foot 6 inches. Pushes it 75 miles an hour, under good conditions. But it's a fine boat. I love it, happy with it. But I'm gonna tell you, don't take my word for it. Go out, test drive one, and you'll see what I'm talking about.